Okay, go ahead.
Fellow union members, the cry has been heard for well over a year now, long echoed from before. Merger, merger, merger. Merger will be the problem solving for all actors. We're going to be on Gravy Street. We will be untroubled forevermore. This is a line of bull that has been swallowed hook, line, and sinker. And I'm merely making these remarks to please listen to wiser heads which have spoken, to tell you that this merger, which is being ramrodded through by a consortium of present SAG officialdom and executives, by AFTRA, by the producers, by the agents, strongly by New York, and you have been enveloped in this mushroom cloud of destroying the Screen Actors Guild, one of the proudest, finest unions that ever existed, that has constantly worked to better.
You're okay.
That has constantly worked to better the position of actors and those connected with them in the movie and television business. There will be no pension plan as you now know it. It is being destroyed, as well as the health plan, by this merger. No feasibility study has been done. Granted, the feasibility study, when you read the results of it, will doom this merger as it now exists. You will not have branches anymore, you will have locals. And the power of those locals will be extended and distributed by the power of the convention and those officials ruling the convention. SAG, as we know it, with the majority of actors in film in Hollywood, SAG in Hollywood will be destroyed. You will not be able to see the majority of actors in Hollywood adequately and proportionately represented by any deal that comes down. While your pension and your health plans are being destroyed, you will have a merged union. And that will give you nothing except unanimity in accepting less all the way down the line. Producers are now talking to the writers about ending residuals. And if they browbeat them and cow them into accepting that, that leaves SAG to be bereft of individual residuals unless we as a union stand fast and tall. And you can't do that being merged with AFTRA. You won't have the power. Your pensions are going to be reduced, your dues are going to be increased, and your health benefits will be, if you're lucky, perhaps what they were. But it is a terribly troublesome time that you are invoking if you swallow this poison pill of merger. You've got to see the Minority Report, which stresses the view of the finest legal firm in California addressing the merger concerning pension and health. It is strictly a no-no as far as they are concerned. If you listen to their wise words and the words of the minority leaders, you will realize the enormous problems that exist if you swallow this poison pill. I beg you, don't destroy this union as it now exists. It has been stabbed in the back. It has been submerged through this consortium of others. And I ask you to throw off the shackles of those others and look at SAG as it was built to exist and as it can exist if they have your votes against the merger, as it now exists. I'm not speaking against merger in some future time, but this one sucks. And you're making a big mistake. You are dooming this union and all that it stood for and all the fights and the rights that it achieved. Don't do it. A big mistake, and I ask you to study it and forget merger because it's whistling in the dark and there's no light at the end of the tunnel.
Now, let's back up to when his phone rang.